Singapore, population 6 million. Remains a largely conservative society in which premarital sex is often considered a taboo to society. According to a global sex survey done by Durex, the average age for Singaporean teens who become sexually active is 18. 39% of them engage in unprotected sex and 17% of them experienced unplanned pregnancies from as young as 9 years old. Today, we will uncover the struggles that teen moms face and the possible assistance available to them.
Hi, I'm Pareen. I'm 19 this year and I'm a housewife.
Hi, my name is Joyce and I am currently 29 years old. I have 3 kids and then I had my first one when I was about 19 years old.
Hi, I'm Sandhya. I'm from Babes Pregnancy Crisis Support. I sort of go out to talk to people. Not only talk to people, but I try to find ways to create awareness on the issue of teenage pregnancy and also create awareness of the organisation of Babes.
I first found out about Jayden when I was, 17 plus years old. By the time when I found out about him, I was already 2 to 3 months pregnant along with him. I was really skeptical because I didn't know what to do. One thing was because I just felt like I wasn't ready for a child because I couldn't even take care of myself. So how was I going to take care of another baby? I wanted to continue studying. I wanted to be an air stewardess, and I know the requirement for air stewardess is really strict. I know that I couldn't become an air stewardess if I choose to give birth to my child.
So when I was a teenager, I had the standard goals in life, like I wanted to get a good job, I wanted to earn a lot of money so that I can have a good life later on and spend on whatever I wanted to spend on. But however, when I was 19, midway through my polytechnic studies, I actually got pregnant and had my first child. So during that time, it was kind of hard because it was quite a taboo topic that we couldn't really talk about. They were in that generation whereby they would think that it's a very bad example. Even during my pregnancy, I had to pretend that I wasn't pregnant and hide from my family.
I ended up breaking the news to my mum first. Actually, I was really scared because she's actually a very strict person. She's more of those traditional kind of parents, but I think she took it quite well. My dad, on the other hand, actually had to ask my aunt to accompany me to break the news to my dad. My dad is a very emotional person. I think he was really, really heartbroken because my parents, they are both divorced. So I grew up from a broken family. My dad didn't actually want me to follow his footsteps because he was afraid that I would actually end up in a broken family also. He was very upset. He said that no matter what, we wouldn't get his blessing at all. Actually, it took us quite some time before he finally started to accept Jayden because I remember when I was about 5-6 months pregnant, he actually told me he don't mind paying for the abortion fee. He just didn't want me to give birth to this baby.
There are many steps that we can take at Babes when a teen mom approaches us. We actually get to know more about them, their personality, who is the immediate support, family support, and how we can then contribute or further add value to that existing support network if they do have it. Then we try to guide them on the options that they have with the pregnancy, abortion, keeping the baby, or fostering and adopting. And we basically guide them to make the decision. So we just support them in whatever decision they make and then journey on with them therefore.
Financially, sometimes I get very stressed because when you give birth at a young age, you're not financially stable yet. You've got a lot of things to stress about, like how you're going to afford the baby's necessity, how how you're going to get a house in the future, how about his education and that kind of thing.
I couldn't go out and work because I didn't have proper cert. But luckily I had a family business, so I could go and help out.
We don't afford financial assistance to teen moms. We don't give them monetary means. What we try to do is that we give them ways to support the baby or themselves. So for example, we give them milk powder, we give them diapers, we give them maternity clothes, and all these are donations that have come in from the public. If they really need money, we try to give them NTUC vouchers. And the NTUC vouchers would then be able to help them maybe for a short period of time, but not for a longer period of time. If for an extensive period of time they need something more sustainable or financial means, we then have to refer them to the nearest FSC or somewhere that they can get financial assistance from.
I think something that most people don't talk about is how after giving birth, it's actually easier for mom to slip into postnatal depression.
It was pretty much more of a struggle with myself emotionally.
Okay, I wasn't very happy during my pregnancy. I got angry very easily. But I didn't realize how difficult it would be after giving birth.
I didn't know where I was heading, what direction I was heading, because the proper path in life was already obstructed, so I didn't know where I'm supposed to head next. So I actually fell into depression. I was lost. I wasn't doing anything properly. I was just wondering and doubting myself every day. I was negative.
I think when I gave birth to Jayden, one of the struggles was actually breastfeeding. As moms, I think what we want is to give our child the best. So actually, I really struggled a lot trying to breastfeed Jayden. It was really difficult because during that time, I felt like nobody could understand me. So actually, when I couldn't breastfeed Jayden, I was really, really, really depressed. Although it sounds like a very small thing, but to me, it was actually something very big. I really felt like I was a useless mom. I was just very emotional and I couldn't cope.
I actually faced a lot of judgmental people. So for example,
Sometimes when I go out,
they will say, oh, is that your brother or your cousin or something like that? And I was like, oh no, it's my son. And they'll go
wow, you're so young, you got child already.
can man, that kind of face,
I'm just a kid with another kid. I ever thought of wanting to do suicide during that period of time because it was so difficult to cope.
One day I just woke up and told myself, the kids need me. I can't do this to myself. I can't do this to the kids. I need to be positive. I need to be happy. I told myself I can't just stop there.
I can make letter Y, letter B.
The organisation helps teen mum in dealing with depression or mental health issues by counselling. We have a very good team of counsellors. They are dedicated to creating programs for the girls which will help them understand the situation they're living in or understand what they're going through. Helping them with this kind of issues, it's a long-term kind of a step that we take. It doesn't end with just one session. It has to go on for at least a few months, and then we can make sure that they come out of it fully, because especially if the girl is going to take on the pregnancy and she's going through something like that, the more attention and care we need to give her, because she's carrying a life and thereafter taking care of that life.
I think this is something that a lot of people don't talk about.
All this shouldn't be swept under the carpet because it happens a lot actually. And people are just hiding away.
I'm afraid that people will judge me, and I feel like I cannot fit in also.
Because from my own experience, I have friends who got pregnant during secondary school, even younger than me at that point of time, and then they had to, they just disappeared because it's such a shameful thing, such an embarrassing thing. 10 years back is something that nobody talks about. You can't talk about it.
I think let's get the topic going. Let's start talking. That's where the discussion will grow and more empathy is created, more awareness is created, especially with youth, because we're all so shy to talk about it and we think it's a very taboo topic, but we need to deal with it. And I think step by step we are slowly as a society dealing with this kind of issues. Advice for teen moms is this is something that is going to be very new to you, and when you do find out you're pregnant, it's going to send your whole world crashing down, and you're going to find yourself living in the dark, or you're going to find yourself mostly feeling very alone.
There are bound to be a lot of downs. You feel very stressed, sometimes you feel like giving up. Just know that your child will eventually bring you a lot of happiness. I think just seeing your child happy is the biggest reward we can have as a mom.
I just want to say, just be brave. You might be afraid of what people will think about you. You might be afraid of what will happen to you in future. You just have to be positive because there's someone to live for.
As much as you can, you need to speak to someone. You need to open up, and you need to understand that there are options for you. Your life do not end with that pregnancy kit, and also that they're not alone, because Babes is here with them. We do a lot of things that we can to make sure that they get a comfortable life and they are integrated back into the society after the decision that they've made.